Oh, I like that I haven't done a premium choice in this one yet. Gives me chances. I look at men with wide eyes. Remember, I said I was not gonna say her full name. It sounds weird when I pronounce it like I do, so I'm just gonna call her Min. How does she know about anomalies, let alone the AIC? You can't keep denying it, Legacy. So just tell me the truth. Can you at least elaborate on exactly what you found out? She shifts her weight and crosses her arms. Well, I felt something was up with you, especially after those girls came to school. The red-haired one kept dragging you along, that didn't see that didn't sit well with me. So after school, I followed the three of you. The three of you. That's when I noticed you guys change gear and go into the mountains. You guys talked about anomalies and the IAC. Everything you did was incredibly dangerous, and they knocked you out toward the end. I suddenly remember what happened after I defeated the anomaly. As I was losing consciousness, I saw Min briefly, so it wasn't just a fidget of my imagination. Crap. If that's the case, I can't deny what she saw. But it's not like I can outright admit it either. Are you sure it was me you saw? Of course, I'm sure. Legacy, stop trying to avoid the issue. Min's face turns serious. She wraps her hand around my arm and looks at me firmly. Legacy, those girls are holding you hostage, aren't they? Hostage? You disappear for several days straight. Then those girls keep you to themselves at school. And then they make you work for them without getting anything out of it. Men, it's complicated. It's not what you think it is. I won't deny that I was dragged into a situation that I wasn't expecting, but I did so on my own volition. I'm helping them on my own free will, but what exactly are you doing? I can't go into detail without breaking confidentiality. I'm sorry. Min looks even more distressed than she did earlier. So let me get this straight. For some reason, you're fighting these things called anomalies. That's correct. But you're doing it of your own volition. Yeah. And you weren't forced to do this? It started off rough, but I decided that I wanted this kind of work. Min sighs. Legacy, this is really serious. I know you're very capable, but is it really a good idea to be putting yourself in danger? I didn't get to see you fight the monster toward the end, but I do know that other girl hurt you for some reason, and I don't like the idea of you going into one dangerous fight after the next, especially if I'm not there to see it. I just want you to be okay. Her eyes turn misty. I think back to the other day when I also made her cry. My chest feels heavy. The last thing I want to do is make her sad. What should I do? Apologize. I'm sorry, man. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I mean it when I say you shouldn't sweat it. It's not going to change any other part of our lives, but Min sighs. I guess I can't stop you, can I? And you're not going to tell me the full truth either. I can't, sorry. Alright. She looks extremely disappointed, but there's not much I can do. I guess that's settled then. Far from it. Oh shoot. Oh, discovered. Got right-handed. Caught in 4K. I look behind me and see Ayaka and Rico standing there. Looks like you ended up exposing us after all, huh, Legacy? Ayaka, wait, it's not what it looks like. Oh, really? Then why does she know about anomalies? I knew you couldn't be trusted. Ayaka, calm down for a moment. I am sure Legacy has an explanation. It's true. Legacy isn't the one at fault here. I am. I followed you guys without him knowing. If anyone should get into trouble, it's me. Ayaka looks at Min and frowns. You don't know what you're getting into, young lady. The Anomaly Investigation and Containment Department handles dangerous stuff. You'd only be putting your life at risk by getting involved. So it's best that people like you don't butt into our business. Well, I have you know that Legacy is my business. It makes it sound like we're something that we're not. Well, yeah, friendship also counts. He's my friend and I want to be there for him in any way I can. Ayaka groans and shakes her head. This goes far beyond friendship. Well, maybe. I mean, we could be best friends, like best friends forever. Platonic soulmates. You see, there's a lot of options here. Your life could be in danger. I bet you didn't even know your friend here's an anomaly himself. Min's eyes widen and she looks at me. Is that true, Legacy? I swallow. It is. But I would never hurt you or anyone else. I didn't even know I was an anomaly until only yesterday. Do you really think she's going to believe you? Of course I am. Min says her words with utter conviction. I have known Legacy all my life. Why wouldn't I trust him now? Min. Ayaka sighs. It doesn't matter either way. You're a civilian, which means your memory is going to get wiped. Wiped? Ayaka, is that really necessary? I don't recall asking for your opinion on the matter, Legacy. Rico, ready the machine. I turn to Rico. She looks at me apologetically as she pulls out the memory wiper. I'm sorry, Legacy. Protocol is protocol. She's not with the team, but you should have done a better job of covering your tracks, Legacy. It's not my fault, it's more like you guys' fault. Why gotta be stuck with me like glue? Of course you'll get suspicious. Even though this is for the best, wiping her memory feels wrong. Min, trust me. I don't see why we can't trust her to keep our secret. I need to stop this. Well, can I just push her away? Cause Rika is kinda innocent. I don't feel like stopping her. The memory wiper begins to glow. Before I can blast Min, however, I push her out of the way. Min, look out! The blast ends up hitting me instead, and Min and I fall to the ground. Legacy, are you alright? It's okay. The memory wiper doesn't work on me. Are you alright? What's the meaning of this, Legacy? I'm sorry, but I can't let you wipe Min's memory. She's my friend. She will never tell anyone about our secret. Besides, if you wipe her memory, she's just going to find out again. That's right. I'll just pry into everyone's business again. We'll see about that. Ayaka grabs the memory wiping machine. No, stop. I reach for the machine. However, my hand begins to morph midway. My fingers turn into long claws and cut through the machine without resistance. Pieces of metal and glass crumble to the ground. What did you do? My hand quickly morphed back to normal. I'm sorry, it was just a reflex. The machine is broken. He cut it clean through it. That was amazing, Legacy. No, it's not. Now we can't wipe your memory. Well, it will be amazing for her, honestly. Why would anyone want to get their memory wiped? I also can't believe they're still calling her redhead. She's a dirty blonde. Can someone please tell me that I'm not colorblind and we're seeing the same thing? Her eyes, though. Maybe you could say they're red, but it feels more like the sunset. They are truly beautiful. Got simping in 4K. For the eyes. Again. Ayaka clucks her tongue. We need to go. She then turns to Min and glares. As for you, mention this to no one. Ayaka quickly grabs me and pulls me away. Rico follows suit. Hey, wait. Ayaka brings me to an alleyway outside the school and Rico tags along. Rico, I need you to keep watch in case that girl shows up. I need to talk to Legacy privately. Okay, Ayaka. As Rico steps away to stand guard, Ayaka turns to stare at me with a large scowl on her face. It's one thing you let our cover be blown. It's another entirely outright destroy our memory wiper. To destroy our memory? No. It's another entirely to outright destroy our memory wiper. Do you want the AIC to get exposed? I'm sorry, but I couldn't let you wipe Min's memory. I think it's better if she just knows. She doesn't mean any harm. Ayaka scoffs. I know she isn't a threat to us, but have you considered what we're a threat to her? No. But have you considered that we are a threat to her? Think about it. Your friend already followed us to the mountains, and we barely succeeded in capturing that anomaly. What would have happened if it went after her? And who's to say she won't poke into our business again? What if mid-fight the anomaly sees her and decides she's a better target? I was trying to wipe her memory for her own good. This is why I keep telling Rico. You can't just be sentimental about everything we do. Because you're an anomaly, you don't exactly understand that either. You only care about your own selfish wants. My pulse races, and I feel warm. You can say anything you want about me as an anomaly, Ayaka. I don't care that you dislike me, and I understand why you don't trust me, but don't ever suggest that I'm too selfish to think Min's own good. Min is my friend. I want what's best for her, so discriminate against me all you want. I don't care if you hate me. You think this about hating you? I'm being strict because I know what's like to lose people. My anger instantly dissipates. What? Ayaka crosses her arms and turns away from me. I used to live a normal life. I had a home. I had a family. But one day that was all taken from me. When I was little, an anomaly attacked my home. It set everything ablaze. My parents tried to protect me, so the anomaly attacked them instead. I pleaded for it to stop, but it didn't care. All it wanted to do was kill, kill, kill. Hiroshi found me shortly after that, and I grew up to become part of the AIC. I vowed that I would never let anyone get hurt by an anomaly like that ever again. That's why I refused to take any risks. I'm shocked. I struggled to find something to say. I'm sorry that happened to you. I understand now. I should have realized you wouldn't hate anomalies for no reason. No wonder you detest them so much. Then you understand why I can't trust you, right? I do. Good. Then maybe you'll be willing to cooperate better. We can't let Min know about us. So as soon as we're able, I'm going to wipe Min's memory. But I don't think that's necessary. All of a sudden, Rico appears and at the mouth of the alleyway. I have been listening in. I understand your concern, Ayaka, but maybe Legacy's right about Min. Why don't we just observe the situation for now? The more we resist Min, the more I feel she'll just keep forcing herself into her business. Ayaka frowns. Why do you always have to take Legacy's side? I am not. It's just that his perspective makes logical sense to me. Is that your way of saying I'm irrational? Of course not. Ayaka grits her teeth. You have been taking Legacy's side on everything, but even more so after you found out that he's an anomaly. I was right about anomalies being biased. What does that mean? Nothing that concerns you. Oh, that's because she's an anomaly herself. I knew it! This whole exchange just proves to me that I can't trust you. Either of you. Damn. Ayaka glares at Riko before walking off. Rika doesn't make any move to follow her and instead hangs her head. That really stung Ayaka. Her voice is trembling. What should I do? I'm gonna give her some space. I ain't gonna. Nope. If anything, I'll do it for Ayaka, man. I decided to stay quiet. Everything I have done so far seems to have only caused more tension between them. Riku stays quiet and takes a few deep breaths. Ayaka's going to be mad at us, but we should try to look for her. Who knows where she wandered off to? Good point. The two of us walk out of the alleyway. We wander into town in search of Ayaka. I'm hopeful that we can smooth things over with her. But for some reason in the back of my mind, I get the feeling that things are going to get worse before they get better. Interesting. What will happen? I didn't notice it before, but Ayaka looks good in a suit. I'm blind sometimes. Rika and I continue our search for Ayaka. Where could she have gone? Are there any special places that she likes to hang out at? Rika looks up in thought. We never really go outside of the AIC unless it's for a job. Normally she'll stay cooped up in her office, if I'm honest. Well, I guess we should just spread out in the meantime. Right. The two of us go further into town. The road only goes down this way, so she must be around here somewhere. Keep your eyes peeled. Got it. I hope Ojaka isn't too upset, or else things will be really awkward when we go to work. That's true. I should probably do my best to get on her good side. I can at least make it so she tolerates me. Rico smiles gently. She'll warm up to you eventually, I'm positive. It'll take some time, but I'm certain she'll become your friend. I hope so too, and maybe something more, if you catch my drift. After all, she became friends with me eventually. Yeah, but I think Me, I just messed that up, you see? Well, that's different. I'm an anomaly. I know. But so am I. I stopped walking. Wait, what? You're an anomaly? Rico jiggles sheepishly. I am. I was trying to keep it from you, but there's no point in doing that anymore. How did you end up at the AIC? Long story. A long time ago, I was just a small anomaly without a care in the world. I didn't really think about much except for survival. I stayed hidden and only went out in search of food and water. The problem was, I couldn't exactly control myself either. When I got scared or happy or frightened, my abilities would go out of control. What are your abilities? Oh, right. I suppose I never made that clear either. I can control the wind. It wasn't long before the AIC took notice. I was so scared when I was surrounded by men in suits. Many just wanted to kill me right then and there. I didn't know how to speak, but I begged for them not to hurt me. I wanted to be left alone. I was certain I was going to die, but someone showed up. Wait, this anomalous behavior is different from the others. It's showing signs of true intelligence. I suggest we observe it. It was Hiroshi, wasn't it? It was. He thought I was worth giving a shot. I was taken to the AIC and examined. They noticed my intelligence was growing at a rapid rate and decided to train me. My form began to change too. As I adapted to the environment, I became more human-like. And not long after, I met Ayaka. And the rest, you already know. I became a member of the AIC and Ayaka's partner. Riku looks at me expectantly for a response. What should I say? It makes sense now. You're amazing, Riku. You've gone through so much and adapted to your environment. And then you went on to become one of the smartest people I know at the AIC. Riku blushes. I'm not the smartest, silly. But I'm glad you appreciate what I do. Well, we don't talk about this, okay? I just want to make the AIC a better place. And for anomalies to have the same chances, no, for anomalies to have the same chances I had. I'm glad you don't think any less of me. Why would I? We're both anomalies, right? While I understand Ayaka's concerns about anomalies are valid, I also understand yours. And knowing we're both anomalies, I think the future you desire for the AIC is possible. Rico beams. You don't know how happy I am to hear that. Rico brings her hand up to her heart and looks at me thoughtfully. I don't know why, but just a thought that I have. What if Hiroshi is also an anomaly? And that's why he's giving other anomalies a chance? Or maybe he's just genuinely a good-hearted person, but there gotta be some twists here and there. Rico brings her hand up to her heart and looks at me thoughtfully. You know, Legacy, I haven't ever been this happy. I felt an immediate connection when I met you, and that strengthened when I learned you were just like me. I can relate to you and share my beliefs and dreams with you without hesitation. But it's also a lot to put on you. I don't want you to feel pressured or anything, Rico. I think about how I feel and thank her. I ain't gonna do nothing for her at this point in time. Thanks, Rico. I'm really flattered by how you feel about me. I think of you as a friend too. I like to think that one day I'll feel just as strongly as you do. Riko's smile is strained, but she nods. Thanks for being so understanding, Legacy. I'd like to hope for that one day too. Riko shifts in place and jiggles awkwardly. Sorry for getting us off track. Let's keep looking for a Yaka, shall we? Right. Despite searching most of the town, we haven't found a Yaka. Riko frowns. Did she get kidnapped or something? What the hell is going on? I mean, it does create like a chance to earn her trust. Then I'm down for that one. I wonder where she went. How about the AIC? Is it possible that she's back at the AIC? You said she didn't go out much. It would make sense for her to return if that was the case. Riko shakes her head. I contacted Hiroshi earlier. He hasn't seen a Yaka since we left headquarters earlier today. Drat. She's bound to turn up eventually, though. Suddenly, Riko's communicator beeps. Uh-oh. Oyaka will have to wait. What's wrong? I just got a report that there's an anomaly nearby. What? We can't ignore it. Let's change into our gear and head to the area. Right. After Riko and I change, we head to the area in question, which turns out to be a river just outside of town. It appears abandoned, and we have to climb over a chain link fence to access it. Riko used her sonar to check for the anomaly's location. It's strong, alright. But I don't even need to look at the sonar to know that. See that? Riko points to the river. That's when I noticed that the water is crashing against the banks. The grass and dirt near it are soaked. The water level is fluctuating like crazy. That would be normal during rainy days or after a storm, but our weather has been fair as of late. What do you think the anomaly is? Not sure. It's not that related to water. I'm worried. The charts are suggesting a high-level threat. Can we really take this on our own? We need to stop it. If it's a high-level threat, it might eventually leave this area. I don't like the idea of a powerful water-based anomaly roaming about town, especially if it's capable of flooding a river. You're right. We need to do the best we can to ensure everyone's safety. Worst comes to worst, we can always call for backup. Rika and I walk along the riverbanks and find the river growing even more turbulent. No, Rika and I walk along the banks and find the river growing even more turbulent. The signal is getting stronger. I think it's coming our way. Look out! As if on cue, the river erupts to life. A large, translucent blue creature emerges from the river and hovers above us. It's the Anomaly. The monster flies around in the air with webbed wings, and the water below begins to swirl. The river quickly becomes a tall pillar of towering water over us. Without warning, it crashes toward us. Incoming! Rika and I jump to the side as the water slams down on the ground. I'm swept away by large waves, but I manage to grab a hold of a tree branch. Eventually, the water retreats, but I'm drenched. Rico, are you okay? I look up ahead and spy Rico resting by a rock and coughing. I'm fine. The wave just startled me. You weren't kidding. That thing can probably control the entire river. We're going to be in big trouble if it manages to drown us. What should we do? I can try using my wind abilities, but I don't know if it will be enough. I have only ever I have only ever fought one anomaly, and this one feels like it's on a whole other level. Is fighting it really worth the risk? But now that it's awake, what if it tries to hurt someone else? Run away. Coward. Hmm. But it's not like I wanna fight either. Even if I'm being a coward. It's more like the images doesn't seem to catch my attention. Just yet. It's too dangerous. We need to retreat. Last thing we want is to drown. Right. Rico and I run off. The anomaly begins to chase us, but Rico sends several gusts of wind to push it back. I need my water, man. Suddenly, the anomaly screeches in discontent. It looks like it's about to charge at us, but it pauses. Then it quickly turns around and begins flying into the other direction. Where's it going? I don't know. A large scream sounds out in the distance. Oh no, someone else is here. Please don't be men. Please be a Yaka. Rico and I sprint in the direction of the anomaly. Oh, thank God. Where we find a Yaka clutching her pistol. A Yaka? The anomaly readies a large pillar of water and aims straight for her. A Yaka! It is what it is. Well, we're left on a cliffhanger. And I'm done with my promises. Wait, enough time to do some more exercise on Beat Saber, doing some expert modes, and play some Blue Archive. See you guys on the next video. Tomorrow, new game coming out. New game that I'm gonna play just as I finish another. Oh wow.